Hello everyone, you are very welcome to EnglishLogica.com. In this video, we dive into 5 idioms most commonly heard in a workplace environment. First up is back to the drawing board. The meaning of this idiom is to start something again because the previous attempt was unsuccessful. The man was experimenting on a new toxin, which could potentially lead to a vaccine. Unfortunately, he wasn't very successful. This isn't right. I'll have to go back to the drawing board and try again. Here are some further examples, starting with social situations. Every Friday, the little boy has a maths test in school. He failed it last week, but his mother told him, "Don't worry, son, you have another one next week. Let's go back to the drawing board." The neighborhood committee had a proposal rejected by the city council for a new park. Okay, at least now we have a better idea of what we should go for. Let's get back to the drawing board. The woman was trying to give her baby new food to eat, but the baby wasn't very interested. Oh well, I better go back to the drawing board and try a different dish. Now here are some more examples, this time in professional situations. The team were reporting to their manager on how a project was progressing. "We messed up, boss. We'll have to go back to the drawing board. Can you give us one more week on it?" The sales executive met with the higher management of the company with a new proposal. "We like the idea, but we have a few concerns. Go back to the drawing board and come up with better terms, and we can talk again." The manager is not happy with his team. They've been working for weeks on a system upgrade and thought they were on the right track until they presented it to their manager. "This is not what I was looking for at all. Get back to the drawing board and do it again. You have 2 weeks." You'll never have to go back to the drawing board if you are always on the ball. The meaning of this idiom is to be capable of dealing with things quickly and intelligently. As the woman delivers the presentation, people in her audience are discussing how captivating she is. "She has been brilliant today. I love how easy she makes it look. Yeah, she's really on the ball today." Here are some further examples, starting with social situations. The woman came home from work and found her house spotlessly clean. Her son cleaned it while she was out. "Wow, you're on the ball today. I've never seen the house so clean." The neighborhood watch were commended for their part in catching the burglar. Let's all give a big thank you to members of the watch who were on the ball the night the burglar was caught. The man was tossing and turning in his sleep all last night. He is feeling the effects of it the next day. "I'm not on the ball at all today. I need some more sleep." Now here are some more examples, this time in professional situations. The manager is happy with the work his assistant does for him. I am so glad I hired you. I don't know where I'd be without you. You are always on the ball. The whole office missed their targets for the month. The manager was not happy. Every one of you better pull your socks up next month. If you were on the ball, this wouldn't have happened. The woman was in line for a promotion because she did so well recently. I think we should discuss promoting Jane. She's been on the ball lately. If someone hasn't been on the ball for a while, you could always bring them up to speed with how things are done. You might have come across this idiom when someone is starting a new job or working to maintain a certain level of skill. I'll give you some examples to use in the workplace and social situations, and you'll come away from this video feeling more confident about using this popular idiom. When someone says, bring or keep someone up to speed, they mean to give the person the most up-to-date information related to something. Here are some examples you might hear in social situations. George is going to miss half of the game when he arrives late today. We'll have to bring him up to speed on what's happened when he gets here. I can't wait to see you later in the cafe. I need to bring you up to speed on how my date went yesterday. I keep myself up to speed on what my baby eats, so I know exactly what he needs when my wife is working. Here are some examples you might hear in professional situations. COVID-19 closed the doors of our business for a long time. Luckily, I kept myself up to speed while working from home. The new recruit is due to start on Monday. I need you to bring him up to speed on our day-to-day operations. We've very recently taken on a new client. They have a specific way of doing things and would like us to line up with that. Let me bring you all up to speed on their workings. After someone has been brought up to speed, they can now tie up any loose ends they might have. When someone has nearly completed a task but still has some details to finish up, that means they have loose ends to tie up. Let's say you are working on a project, but your manager presents you with a task of higher priority. He says, I need you to quickly tie up any loose ends on your current task. Actually, put it on hold altogether. We need to get a start on this new project that has just come in. Here are some examples you might hear in social situations. All the paperwork is almost complete. We just need to tie up a few loose ends, and the house is yours. When all the loose ends are tied up, we'll get the contract signed. Then the player will be transferred to your club. The council has accepted the offer. and discussions are continuing to tie up any potential loose ends. Here are some examples you might hear in professional situations. The ministers are due to have a final meeting to tie up any loose ends before the deal between the two countries is complete. I'm sorry, I can't help you just yet. I'm tying up some loose ends before we release this system update to the company. I need you to do better. There were several loose ends outstanding in your last assignment. If your team have tied up any loose ends on a project, always make sure they haven't cut any corners. This idiom is used when a task is completed in the quickest, easiest, or cheapest way, usually resulting in a badly finished job. If you cut corners, you are trying to get the job done very fast, maybe because you are behind on a schedule or because you have another task lined up that you are eager to start. Here are some examples you might hear in social situations. I cut corners last year when I took down the Christmas tree, leaving the lights on it. Now the lights are damaged and won't work. The mechanic must have cut corners when he serviced my car. It's broken down again. My mother had to cut corners to feed the family when we were children. We had very little money. Here are some examples you might hear in professional situations. Even though we're under pressure to meet the deadline, there's still no reason to cut corners. Everything needs to be done perfectly. The client wasn't happy with the finished product. We shouldn't have cut so many corners. The company is known to cut corners. They import all of their products instead of making them. Are you familiar with any of the idioms we covered? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to EnglishLogica or visit EnglishLogica.com for more English idioms you can use in social situations and in the workplace.